our provost, and his support of environmental education and environmental science at Murray State University. We appreciate him a great deal. And so, without further ado, our provost, Dr. Brockwood.
Thanks, Joe, and welcome to Murray State. For those of you who are visiting our campus today, we are most fortunate to have with us today Mr. Jerome Ringo as our keynote speaker as we celebrate Earth Day at Murray State University. Let me tell you just a little bit about Mr. Ringo's very interesting background. He is a dedicated champion of environmental justice and an advocate of clean energy. He has had first-hand experience with the environmental challenges that we all face after having worked for more than 20 years in Louisiana's petrochemical industry. Mr. Ringo spent a great deal of his career as an active union member, working with his fellow members to secure a safe work environment and quality jobs. As many of you may know, Louisiana's petrochemical industry focuses on the production of gasoline, rocket fuel, and plastics, many of which contain cancer-causing chemicals. As Mr. Ringo began observing the negative impacts of the industry's pollution on local communities, he began organizing community environmental justice groups. In 1996, Jerome Ringo was elected to serve on the National Wildlife Federation Board of Directors. And in 2005, he became chair of the board. In doing so, he became the first African American to head a major conservation organization. Mr. Ringo was the United States' only black delegate at the 1998 Global Warming Treaty negotiations in Kyoto, Japan. In addition to being present during the Kyoto Treaty negotiations, he represented the National Wildlife Federation at the United Nations Conference in Sustainable Development in 1999. Currently, Jerome Ringo serves as president of Apollo Alliance. This is an organization that is dedicated to reaching energy independence through the creation of good jobs in our economy using clean, environmentally responsible energy. He is working very closely with the Obama administration to implement the clean energy investments of the recently signed American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. The new Apollo Alliance program proposes to generate billions of dollars in savings each year through greater efficiency in buildings, industrial facilities, power plants, and the power grid. It will generate and invest $500 billion over the next 10 years and create more than 5 million high-quality, what are now called green-collar jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Jerome Ringo.
I was a delegate at Kyoto.
Consider Apollo. At Apollo, we are really promoting the green idea. Energy independence, good jobs, clean environment.
You hold the key to the future that can change our communities.
The Apollo Challenge. John F. Kennedy knew this. He reminded us that we do want challenges as individuals and as a nation. We choose to go to the moon.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. We have lived through a decade of lost opportunity, and now we live in a decade of last opportunity.
So we don't have the luxury of time.
The change is going to have to take place and begin with you.
So very much, and thank you for the introduction. Thank you for the wonderful host, those that hosted me, from getting me in from the airport this morning to lunch and the visit with the wonderful students here at Murray State, as well as the students from Murray High School. Wonderful meeting with you this afternoon, and I'm so very pleased and optimistic at the level of leadership and the potential leadership that can come out of communities like this in the area of the conservation and the environment. Again, my name is Jerome Ringo. I am from Louisiana. That is where my home has been all my life. Louisiana is known for many things, many good things. We are known for Mardi Gras. We are known for the great New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival that begins next weekend. We are known for parties and festivals and an amazing culture, from the Creole community to the Cajuns to the West Indian to Zydeco and jazz. We're known for things too that we are not as proud of. We're known for a community that stretches between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Louisiana. A corridor of about 110 miles that is home of about 350 industrial sites. Sites separated only by poor communities, with a cancer rate that is higher than the national average. That corridor is called Cancer Alley. We're also known for Hurricane Katrina. And I am an evacuee of Hurricane Katrina. I am as well an evacuee of Hurricane Rita. I am as well an evacuee of Hurricane Gustav. And I'm also an evacuee of Hurricane Ike. And in 2005, the National Wildlife Federation, which I was chairman, sent me to South Florida to talk to residents about the impacts of sea level rise, and I got caught in the eye of Hurricane Wilma. So as soon as I am done with this speech, I will get out of Murray as quickly as possible so a hurricane does not hit Murray. I'm really excited being here today because Happy Earth Day. And this is the day that we celebrate the planet, that we look at the great things that we have done in the area of preservation and conservation, and we concentrate more on where we need to be with the realization of where we are. And today, our planet is in trouble. Today, on Earth Day, our planet is in critical condition, and you young people are the life support. Because what my generation and generations have done in the past to destroy this planet, we will now leave to you to fix. Because the